Hello everyone, welcome to Rudro's Law classes. Today in this video we'll deal with specifically on Article 14 of the Constitution of India. Now in my previous video I have already explained on Article 12 and Article 13. Article 12, just to recapitulate, Article 12 is on states and Article 13 deals with laws inconsistent with the fundamental rights. So that we have explained. That video is already available in my channel. So today we are going to deal with Article 14 of the Constitution of India. Okay, so Article 14 is basically the starting article for the right to equality. As you can see over here, that fundamental rights, basically it is included in part 3 of the Constitution. Article 14 deals with right to equality and equal protection of rights. See, equal protection of laws, right to equality, equal protection of laws. In this particular video, we'll deal with Article 14 only. Now, what are the other articles related to fundamental rights with regard to right to equality? That is Article 14, as I have already mentioned, and then Article 15 is there, which says that equality before law and equal protection, and 15 is prohibition of discrimination on the basis against citizens. 16 deals with opportunity with regard to the public employment, and 17 is abolition of untouchability, and 18 is abolition of titles. Now, today in this video, we are going to deal with Article 14 only. Article 14, it states equality before law and equal protection of law. Now, you must be having an idea on what equality before law is and what equal protection of law is all about. But I will try to give an insight on this particular area of this article. Equality of before law states equality in all respect. Equality before law is all about how equally we are going to try and we are going to see people. And equal protection of law is basically on the protection of this equality part. Equality is a negative concept. Equality is a negative concept. I am giving an idea before proceeding further. Equality is a negative concept, and the other part of it, which is equal protection of law, it is a positive concept. Equality, we talk about the general and common parlance, it's about equality, and equal protection of law is basically on protecting the equality part. How to go about that, I'm telling you with examples and all. Equality, if I'm talking about one person who is a man, okay, and then another person who is a woman, we talk about equality. Both are equal in respect of all, but it's not true. In a society, we know that the women have been under certain circumstances that they have been deprived of something. Therefore, there was a need to bring this category of people up to actually make equal with the men, right? Therefore, equality is a negative concept, because in equality you're talking about equality, it's all equal, but actually people are not getting equal. That in order to make them equal, equal protection of law concept came. Equal protection of law, wherein we'll try to upgrade or improve the status of this category of people so that they become at par with the one who is already in a better position. Right to equality, it comes from where? What is the source of right to equality? source. See, I'm telling you one thing. Equality has been a very talked topic, or it has been a controversial thing, wherein after independence only the forefathers of our constitution, they tried to implement this equality part. Why? Now, it came in basically, the Article 14 came in from Irish Constitution. Okay, it was evolved, basically taken from Irish Constitution and American Constitution. Right? Now, there was a great need of equality, since we have been already deprived by the British people, how they have been living in the society. They have been our masters before independence. So the forefathers of the constitution, the fathers of the constitution, who made this constitution, they had this in mind, that we need to provide the people a concept of equality. They need to be in equality, and they need to enjoy and relish this right, and therefore this equality part was included, and Article 14 was included in the Constitution of India. They have always been deprived before that, and there was a need of it, and accordingly it was done. Right? And it stated basically Indians needed more freedom, as British used to have, and therefrom equality came in, and that is the source of equality. This one, and the need out of this. Right? Now, the concept of equality has been held. It is a basic structure. Those who have not seen my previous video, please go to my previous video, which deals with Article 12 and 13. Therein you will find the basic structure doctrine. Now, this basic structure, Article 14, or equality to be precise, is based on the basic structure. It comes under the basic structure doctrine, and this has been held by the Supreme Court in this particular case. Now, it has been stated that Article 14 is the basic structure of the Constitution and an essential feature of democracy or the rule of law. Now, what is rule of law? You must be knowing. And those who have no idea about rule of law, it states that no man is above law, or alternatively, we may say that this law is above all. Law is above all. So therefore, the rule of law applies to everyone, every place, and out of this rule of law, in order to suffice the need of this rule of law, it has been included in the basic structure, Article 14, right? Who may claim Article 14 protection? Article 14 is basically not restricted to the citizens of India. Anybody can claim the benefit out of Article 14, or the right to equality, and it applies to non-citizens, aliens, and anyone else within the territory of India. Now, I'll come to the one from which I started my video. What Article 14 states? Equality before law and equal protection of law. Okay. So equality before law and equal protection of law, there are two stages. One, this is negative, and this is positive. Okay, as I told you, two persons, we are trying to make them equal, but they are not actually equal. So it is basically a negative concept. Equality before law. So everything is equal before the law. This is a negative concept, and if you're trying to give it in a positive manner, if you're trying to look at it in a positive manner, then equal protection of law comes in. And equal protection of law is basically the protection of the equality, wherein we'll try to give certain benefits to them. Like, there is an SC and ST, the SC and ST people are given certain benefits, and to make them at par with the general. To make them at par with the general people, since these people have, and the tribals and all, they have always been deprived in our society. Now, due to the societal because the societal acceptance was very less, we're trying to upgrade them, and certain benefits and certain parameters were set down, and few rules were made and few laws were enacted to make these people at par with the general people. Then if we do this, equality persists. Then only equality comes in. And therefore Article 14 in India, it is basically comprising of the entire thing, wherein this is basically taken into consideration. It is very important to understand that this part relates to Article 15 and 16 as well, which will be continuing in the next video. There you will be able to get a reference of it, wherein you will be able to understand that this particular thing is related to whatever is happening with regard to reservation and everything, why the reservation is done and why we are trying to do in a particular manner. It's all related to this particular issue. Rule of Dicey. What rule of Dicey says, it states about rule of law, which I just mentioned beforehand only, that this rule of law, which states that law is above all, this implies that equality will try to enhance the value of rule of law, will try to enhance the value of equality. There is this Prime Minister, and there are constables in police, and then there are other common people, all come under law. So these three, they might be having different status in society, but they all are below law. So law will be above all. This is Dicey's rule of law theorem. It will be very important and pertinent to mention over here. This particular case, KC Sarkar, when we are able to understand what I just mentioned in like few seconds before, that not anyone is above law and law is above all. In this particular case, what happened is the politicians and MPs, they get benefits, they try to get benefits from the society and all. So they are politicians and all, they are having privileges, but while if they are imprisoned, no particular special cell, no particular benefit with regard to their imprisonment, they will be treated equally to the other prisoners. So in this particular case, the Supreme Court held that this is a scenario wherein it is all equal and everyone has been made. Now we have to understand how in the rule of law, everybody is trying to be up, we are trying to upgrade certain underprivileged people from below to up, so that they become at par equal with other people. And here, since they are already privileged, so they will try to put down and make equal to other people, and there comes equality, equal protection of law. As I've already mentioned, equal protection of law, it originated from section 1 of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America, wherein it is very important, it stated that like should be treated alike and not that unlike should be treated alike. Alright, now I will try to give an example with a real-time case. Right, there is a case wherein few students who were trying to get admission in LLB in Punjab University. Okay, now it was emphasized that let these students be given a reservation with regard to admission if the students, the persons who apply for the LLB, if they are the staff or the employees of the university, alternatively their ward or children. Now it was held that they are not different. It states that like should be treated alike and not that unlike should be treated alike. Now, students who are trying to get a benefit out of it, they are not different. They're all alike. So why should they get a benefit? Why should they get a benefit? So accordingly, this formula comes in. This particular issue comes in. We have understood one thing, that this particular equality and equal protection of law, we are giving benefit to certain people for the equal protection of law, right? Now, in order to do that, how to determine that a particular person, a particular class of people, a particular group which is being affected, how to determine whether these people are actually getting affected and they needs to be improved and upgraded to give the right of equality to them. How to upgrade? There is a legislative classification which specifically states that Article 14 does not forbid classification but forbids class legislation. It means it allows classification, this is allowed, and class legislation, this is not allowed out of Article 14. Now you have to understand what is classification and what is class legislation. Men, women, we are classifying. General, SC, we are classifying. This is the way we classify people, groups and all. Now what is class legislation? This means taller and small. This is not classification. This is class legislation, wherein we are trying to differentiate people and a class of and a body of human beings into some criteria which is not logical. Now, the next part which I am going to explain will obviously you will get to an understanding and relationship with this particular issue. How to determine, how to understand that whether it is a classification and whether it is a class legislation. Then we'll come to that. So that's all interlinked, and we have to understand that there are two criteria to identify whether it's classification and it's class legislation, and there should be a test of it. What is that test? It is test of reasonable classification. You have to, in order to qualify this criteria, you have to pass through these two tests. It states the classification must be found on intelligible differentia. One, intelligible differentia, and then there is an objective. It states the differentia must have a rational relation to the object sought to be an objective achieved. Object should be rational with the statute, which is very important. Okay. Now, this particular part, intelligible, there should be some intelligence with regard to that. There should be some relationship with the intelligence and the differentiation due to which we are making a segregation on see, we're talking about equality. Let's recap a bit of it. It is very important with regards to the particular thing. There is a classification we are doing. Say we are doing man, and then we are doing woman. We are doing man, we are doing children, we are doing general, and then there is an SC. So this classification we are doing in a particular thing or particular legislation with regard to any particular statute. Why? This classification or doing it should be for a particular statute or law or enactment. It should be based on certain intelligible differentiation. Suppose I am grouping some companies who are requiring huge amount of water. There's a group of companies these companies require huge amount of water for production of aerated drinks or cold drinks. Now these companies have to be grouped together and they will be put in some other place far away from the local people or local residential area. Now this grouping is based on some intelligible differentia. Why intelligible differentia? Because these companies require a lot of water and that needs to be supplied to some other. This particular supply is not easily available in a residential area because there is a requirement of the residential people. So they will be put in some other place, some industrial build or something wherein they will be provided water, right? This happened in the case of PepsiCo Holdings India versus income tax. Okay, this is the case which I just mentioned. It was held in this particular case. So basically this case states that why I'm segregating, why the equality is being snatched from these companies. They might say that we are operating over the other, our companies are also operating in the same area. Why you are doing injustice to us? If there is an injustice, then that particular person, this particular company, obviously it can ask a question, it can bring a question. So that this segregation or this differentiation is being done on an intelligible differentia. This is one example. And this is where we are doing classification. This is where we are doing classification. We have already mentioned classification is allowed in Article 14. So this classification we are doing it over here. This particular example relates to classification. This relates to intelligible differentia, right? Classification relates to this particular example. This particular classification relates to this intelligible differentia. This one criteria is being fulfilled by this particular example. Now, the next is the object or relation of the statute. Now, while any law is done, while we are segregating someone from others, while the equality part is being taken away, while we are trying to promote someone to get them into equality, we have to understand whether, now how to do that? We have to see whether they are meeting the criterion. They are meeting the criterion according to they are passing the test. This statute, the statute is made, and we have to understand and see that there is an objective for the statute, right? There is an objective of the statute. The Income Tax Act, the objective of the Income Tax Act is to collect taxes from people. Now, we cannot make a law something, we cannot think of something wherein the basic purpose of the basic objective is being taken away. That tax collection part cannot be taken away. So that is the objective. So that statute objective is being fulfilled. So to be very precise, this classification is A, class legislation is B. Okay. With this particular example, classification I have explained, and this particular classification, the first test criteria is being fulfilled. With regard to the objective due to which the statute is made, that should be qualifying. Just before this, I given an example because the admission in the LLB with regard to this particular Punjab University, wherein reservation of seats. This is the case. This is the case. Pervin Hans versus registrar. This is the case which I just mentioned. That case, the reservation which the employees and their wards were trying to get, it was found that it is not fulfilling the objective rationality of the test, and therefore it falls under class legislation. Class legislation. Okay. See, this small part I am giving you a brief overview. Class legislation. This class legislation is basically employees who are all same. They are trying to get a benefit of reservation with regard to admission into LLB. Now, they are trying to get a benefit which was found that is this particular benefit which are trying to get is not something they are being deprived of or underprivileged, and accordingly it is not relating to the rational statute, and therefore it is coming within the purview of class legislation. So this is legislation. So Article 14 doesn't allow legislation. They are all equal, and when they can compete, why this particular reservation? Why? Are they being deprived? Are they underprivileged? No. Since they are already employees, they cannot get a benefit out of it. That it is against the law of equality, Article 14, and therefore that is falling under the case of class legislation. Okay. So this part is made with that particular example with regard to the University of Punjab. This is the case, Parveen Hans versus Registrar. In this particular case, if you go through the case, you will be able to understand that it is going against the law of equality, right? Now, there is yet another example, equality. Okay, Section 11 of Indian Contract Act 1872 states that nobody below the age of 18 is capable of contracting. So, age is a criteria, and it's a logical and rational criteria, because there are minors and there are major people. So major people, out of certain intelligence, certain understanding on the world, they have a better understanding, and therefore they can enter into a contract to make that enforceable in court of law. Minors cannot enter until and unless they attain an age of 18. This one. So this classification, Section 11, out of Section 11, equality is not being given to this minor. This equality is not being given to minor. That is logical. That fulfills both the criteria of this test is being passed by this particular Section 11, and accordingly it is valid. It's not in contravention of the right to equality. It is a new concept of equality which has come. Okay, now equality is basically what we had understood till now. There cannot be something which is out of presumption and your logic, without any logic, is a presumption, and then you are out of any what would I say, justification. I just cannot think of equality. Okay, I cannot just think of equality. In the case of AP Royappa, it's already mentioned over there. In this particular AP Royappa case, it has been mentioned that equality is a dynamic concept and cannot be imprisoned with traditional doctrinal concept. It's a dynamic thing. Equality is a dynamic thing. It's changing. It's not stagnant, and therefore the concept of equality, the way we interpret equality, it has to be taken into a different consideration and different way. The way we are thinking, it should be in a more wide manner, not in a narrow manner, and accordingly this new concept of equality has come. In this particular Ajay Hasia case, these cases I'm telling you, these are very important cases. You just note it down. In this particular case, 1/3 was considered for reservation in interview. Now this was held, it was falling under the class legislation thing. And accordingly, this new concept has come, wherein in this new concept, it has to be of the new concept. It is all about the wider thinking and a wider benefiting thing. In some of the cases, you will find this word, it has been mentioned, equality, it is based on arbitrariness. The new concept of equality is based on arbitrariness, right? And this arbitrariness is the very antithesis of equality. Antithesis in the sense it is basically opposing the concept of equality. So new concept of equality, doctrine of arbitrary. Now to sum it up, equality, then two parts under Article 14, equality before law and equal protection of law. This is negative and this is positive, right, which is very important. Then they need to qualify the test in which we will find there should be, and then there is a classification. This particular Article 14 permits classification and class legislation is not permitted. Okay, and we have given an example of this too. And then there is a test of reasonable classification, how to understand whether there is a classification or it is a class legislation. And the test is basically on intelligible differentia. And then there is the objective sought for the, or not sought for the, on the objective sought on the statute. Okay, so equality we have tried to understand the way it is supposed to be, and this equality concept, the concept of equality, right to equality, is very well connected with Article 15 and Article 16, which is also very important. And Article 15 and 16 together I will do in a single video in my next video, which will be uploaded within a period of 3 to 4 days. And that video, if you see with this video, you'll be able to understand, make a relationship between Article 14, 15 and 16. These three makes an understanding of how right to equality have been provisioned in our constitution, what all amendments have been done, how it has been done, what for it has been done, and how Article 15 is basically related and opposing some part of Article 14, and how Article 15 and 16 are interrelated, and then there is a difference also. So we'll do that in a later on. Hope you find this video really important. You have any doubt, any kind of question, drop in a message in the description, and I'll try to give a note on this particular channel along with these slides I'll give in the description. Any difficulty, any question, give me a message out there. Just drop in a message and I'll try to resolve the thing within a period of 1 or 2 days. Hope you like this, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.